If you are a wrestling fan, you might have heard of the name Brody Lee, aka Jonathan Huber or Luke Harper. Brody is famous for his WWE run, his time on the Indies, as well as his AEW run. So, without wasting any time, let's look at the decorated career of Mr. Brody Lee. Brody started his wrestling career back in 2003 and he used the name Uber Boy and was called Uber Boy 2 as his brother was called Uber Boy 1. This was also the time when Brody wrestled under a mask. He started wrestling with the promotion Rochester Pro Wrestling. RPW was later renamed to NWA Upstate and then again to NWA New York. Brody Lee won multiple championships at RPW. This list included the Heavyweight Championship on 3 separate occasions, the Tag Team Championship once and the Television Championship once. Brody wrestled for this promotion for 3 long years and quickly became famous amongst fans. Brody Lee, before signing with WWE, became very famous on the indies. He wrestled for various small promotions. Brody started wrestling for famous indie promotion Chikara in 2007. He had a year-long winning streak with the company where he was neither pinned nor submitted. Brody would then get into a long feud with Cesaro from WWE. The duo had a series of matches. The feud was fun to watch and it ended with the first ever Chikara steel cage match which Cesaro won. In late 2008, Lee aligned himself with Eddie Kingston and Grizzly Redwood to form a stable known as the Roughnecks. Soon Eddie would start focusing on his singles career, so Brody Lee and Redwood started teaming up as a tag team. The duo were not that successful but had multiple shots at the Chikara tag titles. Brody Lee had a few random feuds, but his final match at Chikara was against his former stablemate Eddie Kingston for the Chikara Grand Championship, which he lost. Brody Lee did not wrestle much for ROH, but during his time he made great impact and was famous amongst the ROH fans. He joined the famous stable The Age of the Fall and helped the leader Jimmy Jacobs defeat Austin Aries. One of his famous matches is from the indie promotion Evolve, which involved Jon Moxley. In Evolve, he also wrestled Sami Callihan, where he was defeated by Callihan via submission. Brody would even wrestle for Dragon Gate USA and would even wrestle Kyle O'Reilly and Cesaro in this promotion. His most famous run on the indies is definitely from Jersey Pro Wrestling. He held their tag titles, their mid-card belt and even their heavyweight championship. He even unified their titles and was easily the most famous wrestler in the company. But in 2011, the company announced that Brody, who had not made an appearance for the promotion in the last 9 months, has been stripped of the heavyweight championship. Luke Harper signed his WWE contract in 2012 and was sent to the developmental brand FCW, which was later rebranded as NXT. Harper debuted as the first member of the Wyatt family. He was later joined by Eric Rowan and the duo started to compete as a tag team. The duo were quite successful and they became the NXT Tag Team Champions really quick. The Wyatt family was soon drafted to Raw. The Wyatt family had various feuds where Harper would help Brave in matches and would also get involved in some tag action with his partner Eric Rowan. The Wyatt family was soon dissolved and in 2015 he joined Team Authority and focused on his singles career. He, with the help of Seth Rollins, defeated Dolph Ziggler and became the IC champion for the first time in his career. He was involved in the iconic Team Cena vs Authority match representing Team Authority, but his team lost, due to which he had to defend his title against Dean Ambrose, where he won. He would drop the title to Dolph Ziggler in a tables, ladders and chairs match which ended his reign at 27 days. Harper would then reunite with Bray Wyatt. He helped Bray to win a match against Roman Reigns. He was soon joined by Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan, and the Wyatt family would feud with multiple superstars which included the Brothers of Destruction as well as Team ECW. Harper then suffered an injury which kept him out of action for days. It was after 6 months when he again returned and helped Bray Wyatt to defeat Randy Orton. Randy then joined the Wyatt family and with Bray he became the SmackDown Tag Team Champion. This also made Harper the champion under the Freebird rule, as Harper was also a member of the Wyatt family. Harper and Orton would lose the titles to the American Alphas, due to which there were tensions between Harper and Orton. Harper and Orton continued having problems with each other, leading to a match between the two on SmackDown where Orton was victorious. After the match, Wyatt attacked Harper with the sister Abigail, separating him from the group. On an episode of SmackDown, Harper returned to television where he was once again aligned with Eric Rowan. The duo were dubbed as the Bulgian Brothers, where his ring name was shortened to Harper. The Bulgian Brothers defeated New Day and the Usos at WrestleMania to become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They would drop their titles to New Day in a no disqualification match which ended their reign at 135 days. Harper made his surprise debut in AEW under his Brody Lee ring name on an episode of Dynamite, revealing himself as the Exalted One, the mysterious leader of the Dark Order faction. After staying undefeated for several weeks, he challenged AEW World Champion Jon Moxley to a championship match at the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. At Double or Nothing, Lee was defeated by Moxley, making his first loss in AEW. Over the following months, Lee recruited new members into the Dark Order, including Colt Cabana and Anna Jay. On the August 22nd episode of Dynamite, Lee quickly defeated Cody to win the AEW TNT Championship. Lee would successfully defend the TNT Championship against Dustin Rhodes on an episode of Dynamite. Lee then successfully defended his title against Orange Cassidy on the September 23rd episode of Dynamite, after which Cody returned to attack the Dark Order and Lee challenged Cody to a dog collar match for the championship. On the October 7th episode of Dynamite, he lost his final match, ending his reign at 55 days, shortly after he was written off TV, which was reported to an undisclosed injury. Unfortunately, Brody Lee is no longer with us. I wish his soul rests in peace. Thank you, Mr. Brody.